Falcons are running out of money. Budapest might be just the worst major ever. Spirit are preparing Inferno. And other pretty important news from the world of CS2. Hello there friends, this is CS2 News Hub. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. We'll start today's episode with something pretty unexpected. So, Gla1ve announced that he's retiring as a pro player. The former Astralis captain, star, and the four-time major champion said that his journey as a player with all the victories and defeats has come to an end. But he doesn't plan to leave CS. Instead, he's moving into coaching. On Twitter, he said that his experience, knowledge, and understanding of the game are enough to make him a good coach. In the end, he thanked his last teams, Astralis and Dance, and obviously the fans, as well as his family and his wife. It's still unknown which team he will join as a coach, but it would be interesting to see him in Astralis, for example, again. Or who knows, maybe he could even replace his own mentor and become the Falcons' coach instead of Zonic. You know, for the sake of the hype. Anything can happen. Speaking of, so guys, Gla1ve joining Falcons is kinda unlikely, and for one simple reason. The org is facing serious financial issues. Yup, that's right, I'm not joking. As you know, they are connected to the fund that has been sponsoring the team, which has almost run out of money, and it's a governmental fund, by the way. Over its existence, besides spending a lot of money on other projects, the fund has already spent around its 80% of capital. In esports, mostly on ESL, FACEIT, EWC, and obviously Falcons. Apparently, those investments didn't generate enough ROI, meaning that the remaining money might be redirected to other projects. What Falcons will do next to keep the funding is unknown, and also none of this is officially confirmed. All this situation was reported by the esports advocate, but I tend to believe this guy. His previous reports or investigations were pretty much close to reality. It's worth noting that ESL recently shut down the women's league, ESL Impact, precisely due to lack of profitability. If the same happens to other divisions like ESL, FACEIT, or especially Falcons, they all might need to urgently look for a new home. But guys, honestly, I cannot believe it. The Sheiks running out of money. I must be dreaming.
Hey guys, before we jump to the next news, let me just take a minute to tell you about our friends at ForceDrop. They're one of the oldest and most trusted case opening websites out there. These guys have been in the game for over 9 years. Whether you're into free cases, super cheap ones, or rare and risky drops, they've got it all. There are also tons of game modes to check out, battles, contracts, and my personal favorite, Upgrade, where you can turn a basic skin into a knife. They also run constant giveaways for those who deposit, with some seriously juicy prizes up for grabs. Plenty of deposit options too, including crypto. And if you use crypto, you will get an extra 3% bonus. And here's the best part, we've got an exclusive promo code for you, News Hub. Enter it on the site or just click the link in the pinned comment, and you will get a 40% bonus to your deposit, top-tier drops, and instant cash outs. That's what ForceDrop is about. Check it out and see for yourself.
Now, speaking of money, Liquid seem to be dealing with financial issues of their own, specifically with payments. After all the conflict of interest stories at this major became public, it turned out that JKS still hasn't received the sticker money from the Shanghai major, which happened a year ago. Interestingly, this isn't his first time dealing with something like this. He also didn't get part of his Intel Grand Slam payout from FaZe Clan. Whether the Australian will eventually get this money is unknown, but we just hope he does. And yeah, speaking of conflicts of interest, most of them at this major are tied to substitutions and stand-ins. Among them, some noticeable are Flaxo and Furia, Fnatic and Passion UA, MIBR and Parivision plus G2, Red Canids and Pain, as well as the Mongols and Chingiz Warriors. Yeah, although Chingiz Warriors didn't make it to the major, for some reason StarLadder managed mentioned them in their official documents. Guys, if you have any explanation, you just tell us in the comments below, because I have no idea why. Speaking of players moving from one team to another, let's talk reshuffles. Recently it was officially confirmed that LNZ was officially moved to the bench of Heroic. This basically confirms the rumors we mentioned earlier. Heroic may soon add Crescent, who previously played for OG. Though there is no official announcement yet, if it happens, the next change will likely involve Young Star. LNZ himself said that he will spend the next few weeks looking for a new team. Changes also hit Team Spirit, but not the roster. It seems that they are preparing to play Inferno. At least that's what Tenier hinted at, posting a screenshot from practice on this specific map, with a caption saying he finally convinced them. Just so you know, Inferno has been Team Spirit's perma-ban, and the last time they played it was back in 2021 against Double Pony. And the only player from that roster who still remains on the team is Chopper. Chat, what do you think? Is this just a bait, or we really would see Spirit playing Inferno? I mean, first they swap two very important players and then they swap their map pool. Sounds really risky, you know? Now, speaking of players, there's certain someone who might not return to his former level, and we're talking about Simple. Although I have to clarify, that's not what we are saying, but what Zeus thinks. Sasha's former captain basically said that we shouldn't expect Simple to return to Tier 1. Zeus says Sasha now spends more time partying and drinking rather than grinding the game, something he will regret later. And yeah guys, after Electronic joined, BCG's results dropped sharply and Simple has been showing poor performances, sitting low on the scoreboard in most matches. Earlier we mentioned that according to Jame, things could change soon, and Simple together with Electronic might bring BCG back to the top if they rebuild the roster around themselves. But so far, the results are not that good. Personally, it seems like Simple's time has passed, and his current run in BCG looks more like a way to collect a paycheck. And also, like he just brought his friend Electronic along, so it wouldn't be boring. Guys, what do you think? Can Simple return and at least stabilize BCG's results, or is this another burnout arc? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Now, let's move on to the most interesting part, because we just have to talk about how incredibly horrifying and problematic this major turned out to be. Not in terms of matches, but in terms of StarLadder. Even before the tournament began, people were accusing StarLadder of hosting the major only to make money, but nobody expected things to be this bad. So it all started with the opening stream, which had no sound at all. So the major basically began with a moment of silence, or rather with viewers watching Pimp and Maui Snake having an animated conversation while hearing absolutely nothing. It was completely dead on Twitch, it was completely dead on YouTube, but on Kick, everything worked just fine, coincidentally or not. Later it turned out that the sound engineer couldn't properly switch between audio channels, causing interview audio to appear too early or too late. But even after that, the stream still didn't transmit the analysts' voices properly. Pimp even joked that this was the best moment of his entire career. And, well, the first match started and commentators spent 6 minutes casting in complete silence. Once again on Twitch and YouTube, because Kick worked perfectly fine. But if you think that this was the end of the issues, absolutely not, because during one of the matches, several people appeared in front of the arena holding printed out Imperial stickers. You know, the old ones with the casino logo, and wearing shirts of that same casino with the phrase "Screw Valve." They were kinda trying to protest, I guess, demanding to to return the old logo that once existed in-game, which was actually the branding of an illegal casino site. StarLadder security quickly escorted them out. Considering that this casino is illegal in Hungary, they will most likely face some consequences. After this incident, StarLadder said that they would increase security and might even deny entry to anyone they deem inappropriate. Meanwhile, the stream problems continued. On Twitch, Stream A had extremely low sound and video quality. Stream B suffered from audio bugs during replays. On YouTube, Stream A kinda worked normally, but on Stream B the audio sounded like it was coming from inside a cave. Same story on Kick. Stream A was fine, Stream B's audio was broken. Here I've got only one question. How were there different audio issues across platforms if the production was running a multi-stream setup? How? Maybe you have the answer in the comments below. But that was not even the peak moment, because later, at some point, the entire broadcast went completely offline. It just died. I'm not over-exaggerating, it was during the match, just black screen, and that's all. Turned out that the production area simply lost power. They promised to fix it within 10 minutes, but obviously it took way longer. Stiko joked that he just tripped over a cable and switched everything off, but it wasn't funny at all, guys. It wasn't. These technical issues lasted for almost 2 hours. The players even left their seats, leaving only the crowd in the arena. StarLadder posted an apology on social media, but deleted it literally a minute later. In it, they apologized for the delays and said that the team was working to resolve the problems. But why they deleted it, I don't know. During the matches, players also complained that it was too cold. Rumors said that StarLadder had asked teams to bring jackets, although later it turned out to be not true, even if the arena was indeed pretty chilly. In the end, the sheer number of technical issues with audio, streams, and overall organization led the community to outright hate StarLadder's approach. Gla1ve suggested that Valve should choose tournament operators more carefully for future majors. Other players and notable personalities agreed that the major had zero vibe and that it probably won't appear at all. Robs asked when the tournament was supposed to start, and to understand just how bad things were, even Dota 2 commentators joked that a bit more of this and the major will look like events from 2010. And honestly, I couldn't agree more. Thank God we have Onipixel, because I was watching his stream the whole time and it was at least fun. Now guys, let's talk the first matches, because here we have plenty of surprises. Let's start with the fact that the first team to reach stage 2 undefeated is FlyQuest, which shocked everyone honestly, considering only around 2 or 3% of users predicted them to go 3-0. They also became the first Australian team to win a best of 3 at a major since 2019. The second team to go 3-0 was M80, who defeated Bait, Parivision, and Energy, with Daps standing in. We also got our first eliminations: Rare Adam, whose main goal was simply to qualify for the major, and Gla1ve, who lost to the Huns in the latest match. For other teams, the situation is slightly better. Legacy, Ninjas in Pyjamas, Fnatic, Bait, Fluxo, and Energy ended the day 2-1. Some of them will move to stage 2. Meanwhile, Gamer Legion, FaZe, Parivision, Red Canids, Imperial, and the Huns are in serious trouble, on the brink of elimination. Speaking of Parivision, in their last match, they lost to Bait, which really upset their coach. He harshly called the worst player of the match, AW, a bot. Later, Dastan even explained that it wasn't an emotional insult, but a statement of the fact, because AW played on Banana, which was extremely important, and his pretty poor performance, which needs to be fixed, was decisive in this match. stage. Personally, I think the first stage once again revealed a lot of interesting teams from unexpected angles, although some of them showed their worst side as well. Guys, how your pick'ems went? What do you think about stage 1? Please share your opinions and thoughts in the comments below. Meanwhile, I'll have to say thank you for watching, because that's it for today. Don't forget to hit the like button, to subscribe to our channel, and drop by in the comments below, and also hit the notification bell. We're not saying goodbye for a long time, friends. See you soon.